got the.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. Monday, July 18th, 2022. This is the Muscatine County Board of Supervisors. I'd like to call the meeting to order. First is to review the agenda.
Move to approve as presented.
Second.
Motion by Jeff, second by Nathan. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Next is items with zoning and planning administrator, Eric Furnace. Morning, Eric.
Morning.
First up is discussion and possible action to approve ordinance 07-182201, rezoning approximately 8.07 acres in Fruitland Township from A1 Agricultural District to R2 Residential District on the third and final reading.
Move to approve as presented.
Motion by Santos.
Second.
Second by Jeff. This is the third reading on this, and we've all seen what we have here. This is a roll call vote. Jeff?
Aye.
Nathan?
Aye.
I vote aye. Santos?
Aye.
And Doug?
Aye.
Motion passes. Next is discussion and possible action to approve resolution 07-182201, approval of the combined preliminary and final plat of Siebke subdivision. What you got there?
This is a one-lot agricultural subdivision off of 110th Street up near Stockton. This is simply to split off around an existing home and some existing ag buildings, to separate those from the adjoining farm ground. The subdivision was required because it does pick up a little bit of ground in the north quarter that had been split once previously, but this basically accomplishes that split of the house and outbuildings with the absolute minimum of tillable farm ground. So it's really around the buildings and just a lane. All farm ground remains then separate. So it's simply required because there had been a previous split one time of the north quarter.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion by Santos, second by Jeff. This is a roll call vote. Jeff?
Aye.
Nathan?
Aye.
I vote aye. Santos?
Aye.
And Doug?
Aye.
Motion passes. Anything else?
I don't think
That's
that's
everything? All right, thank you so much. Next is items with County Engineer Keith White. Morning.
Good morning.
The first is discussion and possible action to approve various utility permits.
Yes, so we have two utility permits today. The first is from WTC Communications out of Wilton, Iowa. They request to plow telecommunication cable on North Izard Ave from 100th Street, which is the county line, south to House 1040. Our second utility permit is from Eastern Iowa Light and Power of Lone Tree, Iowa. They request to install underground electric under 120th Street, just east of Bancroft Ave. And then, this isn't on us, but then the electric will go north on that recently vacated portion of Bancroft Ave.
I move to approve.
I'll second.
Motion by Nathan, second by Jeff. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Project updates.
We have a lot going on right now, and we have a lot more that's about to start. The 170th Street, 171st Street paving job. Last week, contractor did pave a section of main line. Roughly about 3/4 of the main line's done. And this week they hope to finish the main line and then begin handwork. So it's going a little slower than anticipated, but they are moving ahead. The York Ave Bridge, they've been working on setting forms and rebar for the bridge deck. There is a chance, potentially later this week or early next week, to pour bridge deck. So that project's moving along very nicely. Then we got some projects that are about to start. We just got word that for the pavement markings project, Advanced Traffic Control, they hope to be in next week, start pavement markings, which is actually a really good deal. It's quite the struggle getting paint right now. Our seal coat, our maintenance seal coat, which is LL Pelling, they plan to start the middle of this week. That'll take about 3 weeks to complete, weather dependent. And then our maintenance culvert projects, that is PCI, that got pushed back. They're looking at starting potentially late this week, early next week. So I know the the recent weather has shifted a lot of guys' schedules around. So that's what I got for.
Looks like you got good weather to come, doesn't it, though?
Yes, it
gonna be
does.
It's gonna be a little bit warm, but not bad at all.
Yeah, hopefully people can get a lot of work done this week.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
Brian, on the bridge and the 71st, do we do, or did your group do the concrete testing, the cylinder test, or quality testing as far as when they start pouring those kinds of roads?
for 171st.
Or the bridge?
So on bridges, yes, we make concrete beams, and then we test them for flexural strength. For pavement, typically no, we do not. We use something that's called the maturity method, which it's a very complicated process, but it does start off with making beams. So it does get tested at the start of a project.
Now, is that something done by our group here, or is that something that the contractor does to share to our team that we're seeing that structural strength?
For bridges and culverts, so for structural stuff,
Yeah.
we typically do it. For paving, that is on the contractor. So usually it's the ready mix company that's doing it.
Okay, so my last question, do we ever reject any of the concrete? I mean, water too much, air too much?
Yes, it does happen.
Okay, good. All right, thank you.
And Keith might have another here.
Okay.
I'll just comment on the testing. It's all DOT spec. That's what
Okay.
we do. What's required, that's what we do. And I would say we reject more concrete than we wish we would, but that's the decision by contract, some bad decisions by contractors or the people making it. Projects, yeah, there's a lot starting. Thankfully, we have another person coming because we're gonna get buried real soon with the amount of work. And the other I had was, last time I updated you on our tandem truck, which had moved to the left or this way, it's moved back to the right, not a lot, but now we're looking at an August build date. And then motor graders which had moved to the right, they're due September 15th, but the salesman says don't look for them till November 1. He's building 6 more weeks in there, so that's kind of it on the big items.
Did we have another motor grader as well on order, or was that just?
Oh, we have, excuse me, we have 2. One was supposed to have came earlier in the year, and one was supposed to make it after July 1, and now they're both gonna come at basically the same time. Okay, that's all I have.
Okay.
Good, thank
Very
you.
good. Thank you. Next up is discussion and possible action to approve the minutes of the July 11th, 2022 regular meeting.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Santos, second by Jeff. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Correspondence. Jeff, do you have anything?
Nothing to note.
Nathan?
I had a conversation with a couple of residents about some vacated property down on the island, and then also about an agricultural operation up north of Salisbury.
Okay. I didn't have anything personally, but the board did get a thank you from Dr. Weiss in regard to our support and confidence in the medical examiner's department, and we appreciate that. Thank you. Santos?
Just follow up with Oscar in regards to the geothermal project that we're looking at for the jail and the courthouse, and just following up on where he's waiting on some drawings from Vic Amoroso in regards to getting those updates so we can move forward on that. That's all I have.
Okay. Doug?
None.
Nothing? No. Committee reports, Jeff?
On the 12th, we had the Region 9 Planning Committee, and I think we were approving our final plan, so I think that's in the books now. And then on the 21st, there was a LEPC. Now, I wasn't unable to attend because there was a technical glitch with the GoToMeeting because they did a virtual. But to recall, this is a new committee started up that by code we're supposed to have. So Chris Jasper's done a nice job in pulling that together. And they were able to get enough of the needed individuals onto the meeting to go through ESF 10, I believe, which is, so ESFs are the emergency, you know, they're the categories of disaster that have been identified, and you have 15 of them, and we are responsible to go through those on a periodic basis to refile our plan. And as you recall, maybe when we went into the pandemic in 2020, there was a bit of confusion. There were some people that had responsibilities in the ESFs that they were unaware of. So now Chris has formulated this committee where all the people are there. So if you're unaware, then you're just not paying attention. So he's done a nice job, and that group is getting their feet going. So it looks like it's going to do a good job. That's it for me.
Okay, Nathan?
You know, I did not have any committee assignments. One thing I neglected to mention during the correspondence part, a lot of you probably have already heard, but the Nitzel family, of whom there are legion in Muscatine County, has a young man, I believe his name is Martin Nitzel. He's a priest in Russia who's been, I believe, arrested and being held there. It's very serious. We believe that it's political or persecution. And the family has asked folks, anyone who has contacts, to reach out for people to be praying. So I would just ask everyone to bear that in their thoughts and prayers. And if you know anybody who's got any pull anywhere, it may not make a difference, but you never know, it might. So just a son of Muscatine County who's in a bad way right now. So ask everyone to remember that.
Okay, thank you. The only thing I had was on Tuesday the 12th, I attended the Region 9 Transportation meeting myself, and that's all I had. Santos?
No committee reports.
Doug?
Thursday, the 14th at 8 o'clock, we had the Fair Board meeting. Just because we normally would have it this week, but this is Fair Week.
Right.
So we did it a week early, and things are pretty much ready to rock for Wednesday.
What big acts are on tap at the fair? What's happening?
Wednesday night starts out with late model races. Pro wrestling on Thursday. Friday's the tractor pull. Saturday is Sawyer Brown. Then Sunday is a demolition derby. And then the trailer races.
Gosh.
And I believe the fiesta in the afternoon, which was a big hit last year. And
Yeah.
Carnival normally is closing down Sunday afternoon, and they stayed till 10:30 last year just because of the crowd we had there on a Sunday night.
I will say, after being through over there Sunday, that fairgrounds looks awesome. It really, a lot of improvements to buildings, and things are looking nice. And I saw some of the displays that I'd not seen before. The fair group is doing a wonderful job over there. So it should be a good week.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Pray for some decent weather.
Yes.
For sure. All right, thank you, everyone. Items with the administration office. Nancy's out today, so we'll move on to receive information from county employees. Morning, Jim.
Morning. Just one matter. Wanted to update you on the drainage district. They did get bids received Friday for the installation of the pump, the rebuilt pump. I don't have that information in terms of what that was and what final costs look like in terms of that project that we agreed to do the warrants on. But what appears to be going to happen is that they're not going to have final costs by the time frame we needed with certified taxes. So last week, Nancy, Tybee, Amy and I all talked individually and via email, and we just felt like we needed to advise the board this morning that we probably won't be able to certify those taxes in time. The fallout of that is that we'll eventually have to do it, but there's the delay in payment. They may not have to be paid then until 2023, and so we just wanted the board to be aware of the situation in case anybody questioned it or it came up. It's one of those things that we anticipated could happen, hoped wouldn't happen for this reason, but it, the reinstallation is taking longer, so I don't know. I think Amy's numbers last week were like 216, new 219 is ballpark where we're at. I haven't seen a pump bill yet, and then obviously what the installation's gonna be, so, that's where things are at, just FYI.
Okay.
That 216, 219 is to date.
That was as of, I think, last week, if my memory was correct. So, you know, we've got 650 if my memory runs correct. So I don't-
650, I think, was the budget.
Yeah, I don't know what the pump cost, I haven't seen that yet. I know the pump's back, so I'm not sure where the bill's at, and I don't have any idea what the installation costs are gonna be. But they did accept a bid.
Okay.
So, just to let you know, and hopefully we'll know more by next week, but, you know, that, as the installation won't be done, there's always a chance that something was missed in the installation bid, and so there might be, you know, an additional cost, so I think Tybee and Amy were both thinking this isn't gonna be done in time, and we just needed to be prepared to deal with it.
So, Jim, did they discuss as far as when they were installing it, or when would their
I
plan was
just know
to
they
do
met,
that?
they opened bids Friday. I asked Rod this morning if they had bids, and he said they accepted one Friday and that he was hoping to have that report this week from the engineer, and so I anticipate we'll know more this week, but I don't know any more than that, which he wanted me to come last Friday. I just was in court and couldn't come down to attend the meeting and observe what was going on, but that's the best I could do.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for the update.
I'm gonna head back to, I got jail court this morning.
Way to go.
Anyone, any other county employees wish to address the board on an issue? Seeing no one. Received comments from the public. Is there anyone from the public that would like to address the board at this time? Seeing no one step forward, it is 9:17, and we are adjourned.